if they are truly fearing for their lives and they're being persecuted, they don't need to get to the United States. They should be seeking refuge in Mexico. So it is motivating them to ignore basically refuge and continue in some cases to come to the United States raises questions of what their real motives are.
So what should be done about the thousands that are marching to our border? Here to debate this is Republican strategist Kimberly Klacik and political analyst Rochelle Ritchie. Thank you both for being with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Kimberly, what's your message to the White House or to Congress? There are some reports that the White House is considering executive action to make sure that those migrants don't come over. Do you think that's a good idea? And what's your message to Congress?
Yeah, that's a great idea. President Obama and Hillary Clinton once said that those that come across our borders illegally will be sent right back. And I'm glad that President Trump will uphold that same policy. We allow over 1 million immigrants in our country each year, and I think we're doing more than our fair share. I'd like people to remember also 1 out of 15 illegal immigrants that come into our country are able to financially support themselves. 14 out of 15 are expecting to live on our tax dollars, and we should do something about it.
Rochelle, should our laws and our sovereignty be respected?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the humane side of me looks at this situation and has compassion for these people, of course, especially when I see families with children. But the other side is that you cannot be subjective or circumstantial when it comes to the law. And we are a nation of laws that need to be followed. But I want to say that when it comes to what the Democrats have done and have not done in response to illegal immigration, it seems that Republicans seem to forget that in 2013, they failed to pass a House bill, a $40 billion package that was pushed forward by Chuck Schumer, which would have allowed for 40,000 more border agents, 700 more miles of fencing, and enforced border security. So, you know, Democrats have been on board when it comes to stopping illegal immigrants from coming into our country. And obviously seeing this caravan, I mean, when I saw it, I was very shocked at the fact that these people are still trying to come here, especially knowing the kind of president we have right now, which may actually end up separating them from their families and from their children.
Well, they're not doing that anymore. But Kimberly, they're learning how to beat the system because there are now reports that this term credible fear, if you get here and you say you're in fear, you have credible fear, you use that phrase. Look at the numbers. In 2006, 5% were using that phrase. In 2016, 39% were using that phrase, allowing them to have asylum and to come into our country, and then it's catch and release.
Yeah, well, I have to say I'm not shocked in this caravan. I know the Democrats probably want their voters to get here before midterms, but too bad, so sad. But I have to also say that I don't feel bad. Each of these people that come over illegally, they are criminals. I know I said in the past that you can't determine those that are good people and those that are bad people. They are all criminals. Illegal migration is a crime. Yes. Illegal migration is a crime. We are a nation of laws. We have these opportunities in our country because we're a nation of laws, and everyone should abide by them.
Well, you know, Kimberly, you are a mother, and I think that you could look at these mothers that are trying to escape whatever situation they're in. I'm talking about people who are trying to escape. Maybe it's domestic violence, a poor economy, or violence. They're trying to protect their children. I have compassion for them. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I'm not saying they should be allowed into our country because, like I said, as you mentioned, we are a nation of laws. But I do have to have a little bit of compassion for why some of these people are trying to leave.
Kimberly, I'm sure you do have...
I understand that part.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand that part, but at the same time, you have to look at it. A lot of people that come across and say they're seeking asylum, sometimes they don't show up when it's time to actually hear their story and why they seek asylum. I know for me, if I'm asked to come down to the police station for a crime that I know I didn't commit, I'm going to come in. Why don't these people show up? Possibly because they're not actually seeking asylum.
They're afraid to be deported back to their country. That's why they're not showing up, and that's why President Obama said that we have to find a way to manage legal immigration in order to end illegal immigration.
We have to be a nation of laws, though, and we have laws for a reason, and we have to protect the people that are here, and I think that's what the president's mission is. Thank you so much, Kimberly and Rochelle, for being with us.
Thanks.
Have a great week.